Imagine a New York City where subway safety takes a nosedive just as progress seemed within reach. If Mayor Eric Adams is ousted this November, that could very well become the reality. The city's transit system has seen some notable improvements under his leadership, but these advances hang by a thread, and much of the credit goes to policies that are now at risk of being dismantled. So, what happens if the political winds shift? And why should we care about how the next election shapes the future of NYC subways? Mayor Eric Adams recently made headlines with encouraging updates from his subway safety plan. Since 2022, over 3,500 individuals who were once homeless, including 1,000 removed directly from subway stations, have been placed into permanent housing. This achievement reflects a significant step forward in addressing one of the root causes of disorder in public spaces: homelessness. But here's the catch. While moving people off the streets and into stable environments is commendable, it only scratches the surface of a far deeper issue. The mayor's efforts, coupled with Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch's focus on quality of life policing, seem to be yielding results. Just last week, MTA officials reported a decline in transit-related crimes, an impressive 16.7% drop in robberies, and a 9.3% decrease in felony assaults compared to the same period last year. These numbers might sound like cause for celebration, but they come with an asterisk. In the first quarter of 2025 alone, felony assaults surged by nearly 20%. Underscoring the persistent volatility of the situation. And let's not forget two chilling incidents that occurred just days ago. At the number 1 50th Street station, a man was pushed onto the tracks without warning after encountering someone seemingly unhinged. Hours later, another altercation turned deadly when a fight escalated into a stabbing at an East Village subway stop. Such episodes serve as grim reminders that despite recent successes, the work is far from complete. So, what's missing? For starters, there's still a large population of severely mentally ill individuals frequenting the subway system. People whose conditions often render them incapable of seeking help voluntarily. While Adams and Governor Kathy Hochul successfully advocated for expanded criteria allowing involuntary commitment earlier this year, their victories haven't gone far enough to address the scale of the problem. Critics argue that forcing treatment on unwilling patients raises ethical concerns. Yet proponents counter that compassion sometimes requires tough decisions. After all, isn't leaving someone in crisis untreated equally cruel? This debate becomes even more contentious when examining the platforms of leading mayoral candidates. Take Zohran Mamdani, for instance, who proposes converting retail spaces inside subway stations into outreach hubs for the homeless. On paper, this idea sounds noble, but critics worry it could inadvertently attract more emotionally unstable individuals into the system, exacerbating existing challenges rather than solving them. Here's the part most people miss. Progress in public safety isn't built overnight. It demands consistency and collaboration across multiple levels of government. Adams and Tisch have laid important groundwork, but the gains remain fragile. A shift toward progressive leadership in November could unravel everything. Why? Because many progressive policies prioritize individual freedoms over enforcement measures, which can lead to unintended consequences in high-stakes environments like mass transit systems. If Eric Adams loses the upcoming election, don't be surprised to see crime rates spike again. Is trading short-term ideals for long-term stability worth it? Or does the answer lie somewhere in between? Weigh in with your thoughts below. Do you think NYC subway safety is better served by stricter measures or broader social reforms?